So, welcome to this podcast again. Where are the women? Conversations about women in the music industry. Today, we are going to talk about women as singer songwriters. And today we have Valentina. And yeah, she's a Latin singer. She's from Mexico. And yeah, I want you to introduce yourself.
Hello, Sandra. My name is Valentina, and I'm a Latin singer songwriter originally from Mexico. And I've been living in London for the last 6 years. I perform with a live band and also work independently, creating my own music, concepts, visuals, and live shows. Being part of the London music scene has been an incredible experience because it's such a multicultural city. But at the same time, it has allowed me to see many inequalities that women still face in the industry, especially women leading bands or creative projects. Through my experience, I've realized how much invisible work women often do behind the scenes to make projects happen.
Okay, good to know that. And have you felt discriminated for being a woman?
Yeah, definitely. Maybe not always in obvious ways, but in subtle ways that become exhausting over time. I have noticed that when women lead projects, they are often expected to organize everything: rehearsals, communication, transport, visuals, social media, and even marketing, even making sure everybody feels comfortable and supported emotionally. Meanwhile, many male musicians simply arrive to perform and, sometimes still criticize these issues or make dismissive comments. So I've also experienced situations where my ideas were ignored until the man repeated the exact same thing and suddenly it became a great idea. So I think many women in music can relate to that feeling of constantly needing to prove that we belong in the room.
Yeah, I have noticed that with many women. What difference have you seen as a female singer between men and women in the music industry?
Okay, good question. So, one of the biggest differences I've seen is emotional and organizational labor. So, women in bands or creative teams often become the people holding everything together. We create the concept, organize the gigs, communicate with venues, coordinate rehearsals, think about styling, promotion, transport, schedules, and even practical things like food or making sure everyone's okay mentally and emotionally. So, I've seen incredible female band leaders doing absolutely everything, while some men contribute very little outside of performing. So at the same time, women are still questioned more often about their abilities, their leadership, or their technical knowledge. And I also think that women tend to support collaboration and community more naturally, while many spaces in the industry still operate through male friendship networks where men hire each other repeatedly, leaving talented women outside those opportunities.
Yeah, and why do you think there is a gap between men and women in the music industry, especially, for example, in lineups?
Really, okay. So I think part of the problem is that the industry has historically been built around male networks and gatekeeping. A lot of what opportunities happen through friendships and connections, and they have traditionally had easier access to those spaces. So even unconsciously, many promoters or producers or musicians continue booking the same male artists and collaborators they already know. And another issue is that women are often not encouraged to enter technical or leadership roles from a young age. Fewer women end up represented in production, sound engineering, directing, or festival programming. But I also think the industry is changing because women are creating their own communities, their own festivals, their collectives, and their platforms. So the more visibility women have, the more younger girls can imagine themselves in those spaces as well.
Yeah, I think so. And I have seen like if we don't sit down and wait, but we create our own projects, then it's easier. It's going to be easier for us. And finally, what is your best advice for women in the music industry?
Okay, so I think that my biggest advice is trust yourself and don't wait for permission. Sometimes the industry can make women feel like they need validation before taking space, but your ideas, creativity, and vision already matter. So learn as much as possible about the industry, not only performance, but also marketing, contracts, production, sound, and networking, because knowledge gives you the power and independence. And most importantly, find your community. Find people who genuinely support you, collaborate with you, and celebrate your growth instead of competing with you. The music industry is not always easy, especially for women, but things are changing because women are supporting each other more than ever before. So there is a space for us, and we deserve to be heard.
Thank you so much, Valentina, for your time and for being in this podcast.
Thank you.
And yeah, I started saying, where are the women? And as you can see, the women are here to support each other, to help each other, and to build our own industry, our own connections, and our own community to succeed in this career. Thank you so much.